So, after losing my son in 2006 at the age of 22, 6 years later, I became very interested in all things mystic, supernatural. Um, and so I began to study, and I followed a ghost hunter by the name of Patty Starr, Pattistarr, Patty Starr. And when I found her, come to find out she was only 20 minutes down the road from where I live in Lexington, Kentucky, is where she stationed her headquarters. So I went on a ghost hunt with her. And Miss Starr taught me many things about frequency and electricity and energies and manifestations and the various ghost hunting tools that many ghost hunters use. And this was back in 2012, and it was when a lot of the ghost hunting TV reality shows started hitting TV, became very popular, taking pictures and capturing orbs and trying to debunk dust and rain and reflection and camera lens and all that stuff. So I was very much involved in that era from 2012 to, let's say, 2016. So for 10 years, I have not been active in any of this stuff. I got pretty sick, and I was still working full time. And eventually I laid everything down and finished working. Then I retired, and my husband and I are both now retired, and I'm his full-time caregiver. But the Nancy Guthrie case, going global, not viral, global, has intrigued me. And in watching some of the different investigators, I found that over the past 10 years, they've now come out with a true crime tarot deck. And I just want to say that I have pulled a spread on this. I'm not into tarot. It's not how I lay out cards. I was basically an abstract expressionist artist. Like a lot of people do automatic writings, I would do automatic art. And it was quite fascinating. And so I'm new to the tarot, so you won't see a professional tarot reader here. I will tell you this, of the first deck that I pulled, let's see, I pulled 8 cards, and of the 8 cards, 5 of them jumped, literally jumped out, refused to be shuffled, really. And it was quite intriguing. I'm going to post that image. But the very first card that jumped was greed. And so today I thought I would clear these cards again and just pull some more cards, more with regard to not the motive, but location. 21, 22 days for an 84-year-old lady to go missing with, with the technology that we have today, is pretty amazing in and of itself. So I just want to pull some cards, maybe see what they want to say. This is selenite. It's used to clear away any negative frequencies or energies. This is a pretty thick slab of selenite. Of course, quartz. This is a beautiful piece that I've had for a very long time, of jasper. So, I can't, I think there's like 80 cards in this deck. I don't shuffle like most tarot readers. I'm not a tarot reader. I'm an intuitive, certainly, and an expressionist artist. And I have done some automatic writing, and I do actually write in another language that I don't even know what the language is. I've had one person who has since passed away that was able to interpret the message. She's the only one that I've found that has been able or been willing to attempt to interpret it. But today we're just lifting Nancy Guthrie up. There's so many twists and turns in this case, so many different variables, especially when you talk about her husband's connection with the Clintons and working for the White House and internet scrubbing and all of that. And then you talk about Savannah's interviews of Epstein survivors and the Epstein files being released again, and there's just so many different variables. But most of what everyone is wanting to focus on is the son-in-law, because you have the one anchor person who has and consistently has left up on her channel that the son-in-law is a person of interest. Keep in mind that what I'm doing here today is strictly for entertainment. There is no allegations proposed against anyone in this video. There is no connection to this case. I don't live in Arizona. I'm not a family member. I am not paid or promoted by anyone. This is strictly out of curiosity and entertainment. And you put into it what you want to as far as your belief. I was raised Christian. All my Christian friends would be totally against this. They would call me a witch. They would say I'm going to burn in hell. Those that say that never lost a son. Losing a 22-year-old son in a motorcycle accident shakes your faith. I didn't lose my faith. I say it shook my faith. And so I went on a mission, as every mother would, to figure some things out. Now, when you think of your King James Bible, I don't want you to think of Jesus Christ writing that Bible. I want you to think of the Council of Nicaea and a full male council being in charge of what got put in and what got left out. And you decipher from there. You choose from there. It's a good thing about life. You get to choose. You get to decide for you. No one gets to decide it for you. It's up to you. So, we're just going to ask the cards today for some help with the roadmap. A roadmap for the location of Nancy Guthrie. Just a roadmap for her location. She's obviously not in her home. She obviously was taken against her will. She's obviously being held against her will. So, let's just see if any of them want to fly out. That one, we'll see. He kind of slid. He didn't flop. It wasn't horribly stuck. But he did slide out. So we'll see what he is. So we're just asking the cards today for the location, for light to expose and reveal truth. Nancy Guthrie's location. And what we got was a life insurance card. And in my first card pull, we got greed. A lot of readers are saying that the motive has been financial. Keep in mind, all of this is alleged. There is no proof. There is no official person of interest. There is no official arrest. This is all for observation, entertainment, curiosity, intrigue. But there's a real woman missing. There's a real 84-year-old woman taken out of her home against her will. So, first card that slid out was life insurance. So we'll pull 3 cards. And it's home, her home card. She was taken out of her home. We'll pull 3 cards. And we have a fraud card. And it's got a male figure in it. Appears to be maybe at an ATM machine. So we have life insurance, home, and fraud with a male figure. And one more card out of this one, and we have a female. Female could be that Nancy is the female victim here. Could be that there is a female involved. So we'll shuffle some more. Okay. And the one that flopped out and was on top was money. Literally fell out of the deck, turned upside down. And one that came with it, and underneath of it is regret. So it appears that life insurance may have been the initial alleged motive from her home. Female, she's female, possible female involved. There's fraud involved, allegedly. It's money, and now we have some regret. I will shuffle cards some more. See if anyone wants to come out and talk to us. This is for entertainment purposes. Okay, we'll take those 2. Debt. We have a debt card. And it's a crime of passion. So it may not actually have been a plan, like there wasn't a plan. Allegedly, it could have been a crime of passion. In other words, things went south fast. Things just went south fast. And up against a wall. Nowhere to turn. Didn't anticipate. Wasn't as planned. And debt is involved. Regret has shown up. We'll shuffle. We'll do 3 more cards. I think we have a pretty clear picture of an alleged possible motive. But where is Nancy? Where is Nancy Guthrie? We have the circumstances. We have a possible motive. But where is she? Where is Nancy Guthrie? Shed light and expose truth upon her whereabouts. Set her free. Looking for Nancy Guthrie. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, that wasn't a very good card. They literally went throwing across the room. I'll leave that one there. And these fell this way, trapped. Possibly was held at a motel and in the mountains. So those 3 fell out. And this one was the top card. I don't know that these are, and I don't believe these are, these just got out of the way. Those just got out of the way. They went across the room. Well, I hope that this is not it. We're going to pray for a better resolution than this. but it has been 3 weeks. So we're going to pray for a better resolution. We're going to pray that Nancy be brought home safe and sound. There is a card underneath of it. This card was face down underneath of this card, and it shows a male. And it came in face down underneath this one. Trapped came out with it, and we have a motel hotel situation. Not that that would be her location now, but at some point in time, being held at a motel. Trapped, a male allegedly involved. And I really pray this isn't how this case turns out. Mountains was part of this 4-piece, 5-piece card set that flew out onto the floor. We have a crime of passion with dead involved. We have regret showing up, money, fraud, home, female, and life insurance. So I'm going to pray for Nancy and pray that Nancy is returned home safe and sound, whole, to continue living her life as she was, although it will be totally different now with what has happened to her. And that's all I have to say about that today.